A veteran of the Calgary Police Force fired for misconduct for a relationship he tried to strike up with a 22-year-old seeking mental health care. In June of 2016, Constable Dave Pizzolatto sent dozens of text messages, sometimes using the words sweetie and sweetness, and then he visited the home of a woman who'd been at the center of a welfare check case that he had attended while on duty. The victim says Pizzolatto texted her from his personal cell phone hours after taking her to the hospital. And that's when she showed dozens of texts throughout her 4-day stint at hospital to a psychiatric nurse, a security guard, and others. They all thought they were inappropriate, and at no time did Pizzolatto send her mental health resources. In a statement, the victim says, "I was worried because he knew where I lived and he had my phone number. I didn't know how he would react if I said no or didn't text him. I didn't know if he would come to my apartment. I was worried because he could be in uniform. He had power, and he was also a really tall guy. I was confused because sometimes he acted like a police officer, and sometimes he acted like he wanted to date me." Upon her release from hospital, Pizzolatto showed up to her home at 11 p.m. in his own car and took her for ice cream at McDonald's. She says in the car, Pizzolatto talked about his personal life and put his hand on her leg, which she thought was creepy. As a survivor of exploitation, the woman, known only as Ms. M, says she didn't know how to stop her encounter with the constable. In his apology, Pizzolatto says, "If I didn't follow through with the promise that I wasn't going to meet her afterwards, I felt that the same thing would have happened, the same thing that happened to me some years before, where I formed somebody at the Peter Lougheed Hospital, and I told them I'd meet them for coffee afterwards, and he jumped off the LRT bridge." Pizzolatto had previous documented incidences involving unsolicited contact with women he encountered in the line of duty and had received counseling from a superior about it the month prior to the incident. In September, Pizzolatto entered admit pleas to 2 counts and was dismissed by CPS, placed under suspension without pay until the appeal process has gone through.